Every athlete carries two universes. One exists in the physical world, your body, your speed, your strength, your skills. The other universe exists in your mind, your beliefs, your self-talk, your expectations, your limits. Most athletes train the body relentlessly while leaving the mind unexplored. But elite performers understand something most never learn. Your performance can never grow larger than the universe of what you believe is possible. That is today's lesson. Day 54 is about expansion. Not expansion of muscles, not expansion of routines, but expansion of belief. Because belief determines effort. Effort determines consistency. Consistency determines results. And belief, like the universe, is either expanding or slowly collapsing inward. The illusion of limits. In space, what looks like emptiness is actually filled with energy. What looks like nothing is actually something waiting to form. The same is true for your potential. Most limits athletes feel are not real. They are perceived edges created by past failures, comparison, fear, or lack of exposure. You miss a shot and think, I'm not clutch. You gas out and think, I don't have elite conditioning. You lose confidence and think, I'm just not built for this level. But those are not facts. They are conclusions drawn too early. Just like early astronomers believed the universe had an edge, many athletes believe they have reached their ceiling. Science later proved the universe was still expanding. So are you. The belief performance loop. Belief shapes behavior. Behavior shapes repetition. Repetition shapes identity. If you believe you are limited, you train cautiously. If you train cautiously, you avoid discomfort. If you avoid discomfort, growth slows. When growth slows, belief shrinks even more. This is how confidence collapses inward like a dying star. But when belief expands, everything changes. You take risks. You push intensity. You stay patient through setbacks. You trust long-term growth. This is how elite athletes build momentum. Why expansion feels uncomfortable? Expansion is uncomfortable because it forces you into the unknown. Space exploration was terrifying. Athletes feared failure. Scientists feared being wrong. But stagnation is more dangerous than exploration. When you stay comfortable, you recycle old patterns. When you explore, you create new ones. Elite athletes are not fearless. They are explorers. They step into unfamiliar territory and adapt. The role of identity. Your mind protects your identity. If you see yourself as average, your brain resists elite habits. If you see yourself as not a leader, your voice stays quiet. If you see yourself as inconsistent, your confidence fluctuates. To expand your performance, you must expand your identity. You do not wait for results to change who you are. You change who you are to create new results. Identity always leads performance. Mental expansion practice 1. The cosmic view. Once per day, step back mentally. Picture your career like a galaxy. Your bad days are small stars. Your mistakes are distant planets. Your growth spans years, not moments. This perspective reduces emotional overreaction and restores long-term focus. Great athletes zoom out when emotions try to zoom in. Mental expansion practice 2. Limit challenging questions. Ask yourself these questions weekly. What assumption about myself might be wrong? What am I avoiding that could grow me? What would I attempt if I believed growth was guaranteed? These questions push the edges of belief outward. Mental expansion practice 3. Training beyond orbit. Every athlete has a training orbit. Same drills, same intensity, same comfort. Elite athletes break orbit intentionally. They change tempo. They add constraints. They train tired. They introduce pressure. This disrupts stagnation and forces adaptation. Pressure as a signal of expansion. Pressure is not a warning sign. It is a growth signal. Pressure means you are near the edge of your current capacity. That edge is where expansion happens. When pressure appears, your job is not to retreat. Your job is to stabilize and continue forward. Why confidence comes after action? Confidence is not the fuel. Confidence is the byproduct. You do not wait to feel confident to act. You act consistently until confidence forms. Stars are not born bright. They ignite through sustained pressure. So do athletes. Handling setbacks without shrinking. Setbacks tempt the mind to contract. Missed shots, bad games, injuries, criticism. Your job is to keep belief wide during narrow moments. A single event never defines the universe. A single game never defines an athlete. Expansion requires emotional stability. Daily expansion ritual. 1 minute. Once per day. Sit still. Breathe slowly. Visualize your limits expanding outward like light. Say quietly, I am growing beyond yesterday. This repetition trains belief at a subconscious level. Why elite athletes think longer term. Average athletes chase short-term validation. Elite athletes build long-term systems. The longer your time horizon, the calmer your decisions. Space exploration took decades. Elite performance does too. Patience is not passive. It is strategic. The quiet confidence of expansion. When belief expands, arrogance disappears. You stop proving. You stop forcing. You stop comparing. You focus. Quiet confidence is a sign of inner expansion. Day 54 challenge. Today, expand one boundary. Train slightly longer. Try a harder variation. Speak up once. Stay composed under pressure. One expansion is enough. Growth compounds. Your body lives on a court, field, or track. But your mind lives in a universe without borders. You are not capped by your past. You are not confined by current results. You are not defined by one season. Expand what you believe, and your performance will follow. Because the greatest limit an athlete ever breaks is the one they once believed was real.
Athletes want sharper focus, elite mental toughness, and game-changing consistency. Introducing Sports Psy G. Mack Jr., a digital sports psychology toolkit by Gregory Mack Jr., designed to elevate your mental edge. Instant access to guided mental clarity sessions, sport-specific focus drills, and downloadable workbooks to support peak performance every time. Build rock-solid confidence. Dominate under pressure. Bounce back faster from mistakes. Thousands of athletes are leveling up using Sports Psy G. Mack Jr. Get your mental game right. Visit payhip.com/sport Psy G. Mack Jr. Like these concepts and teachings? Visit payhip.com/sports Psy G. Mack Jr. for all your sports psychology PDF and video needs. That's payhip.com/sports Psy G. Mack Jr.